There's a new Tech Tree line coming to World of Tanks console very soon, and it'll be one of the few World War II Tech Tree lines exclusive to modern armor, that being the upcoming French Super Heavies line. This is actually a line that was sort of teased a really long time ago, especially with the introduction of the multi-turret mechanic. I even had this in my What We Could See in 2025 video with a passing mention that the devs themselves on the dev streams had mentioned this line before. And it's now here, starting with the first ever Tier 2 heavy tank, the FCM-1A. This tank is quite a cute little fella, but he's also not so little in reality. It comes with a 47mm top gun, which will be a persistent caliber on all of these tanks. Even with the next tank, the Tier 3 FCM-2C, your top gun is still a 47mm gun. So both of these tanks will feel sort of like lower tier B2s. But it's not till you get to Tier 4 with the FCM F4 that you get access to the multi-turret mechanic that will be available on the rest of the tanks moving forward. This time the secondary gun is the 47mm, while the top gun is a 75mm. The secondary turret on this tank is hull mounted, also like the B2, with the same sort of limitations. And is it just me, or does the side skirts resemble the Japanese Super Heavies? Moving on to Tier 5, we have the AMX Tractor CMLE-39, with a 90mm top gun and a 47mm secondary gun. These calibers will carry through for the next two tiers, but while the Tier 5 here has the secondary gun on the rear of the tank, which will make for some awkward angling to get both guns to be fireable, the Tier 6 and 7 have the same setup of the top gun turret being in the back of the tank looking over the secondary turret at the front of the tank, with the Tier 6 AMX Tractor MLE-40, again with a 90mm and 47mm. And the same setup and gun calibers can be seen with the top of the Tech Tree Tier 7 FCM F1. Yes, that's right, this line ends at Tier 7 and then leads into the AMX 65T and towards the AMX M454. It's also worth mentioning too real quick that this season gave us an all-fire mode for multi-turrets, so make sure to utilize that when playing these tanks for added utility and firepower. So this line is a low to mid-tier Tech Tree line, and because of that, I still have a little hope that this isn't the only line we'll be getting this season. Last season we got technically two Tech Tree lines, one Cold War with the T-80s, and then a small 3-tank low-tier autocannon light tank line with the American AA tanks. But the thing with that small AA line was that they came second to the T-80s. So as much as I hope this isn't the only line we're getting this season, it very well may be. And since we got the Squall in the Ultimate Season Pass, I was really hoping for the Czechoslovakian light tanks to make their way to console this season. Interestingly enough, that line would be a Tier 7 to Tier 10, so if they still do add it, that means we virtually got a whole Tech Tree line from Tier 2 to 10. But the likelihood of that seems low. But there's still one more disappointing thing about this fact, and that is, if the Tech Tree lights aren't coming, that means there's 4 Tech Tree representing premium tanks in our game for Tech Tree lines that we still don't have from PC. The Grom is here, but there is no Polish Tank Destroyer Tech Tree. The FE225 is here, but there is still no double-barrel British heavy line. The Type 63 is here, but there is still no Japanese non-super heavy tank Tech Tree. And now if the Czech lights aren't coming, that means we have the Squall without the Tech Tree line it's supposed to represent. That'll be 4 PC Tech Tree lines that we're still waiting for. Meanwhile, we somehow have their premium representatives in the game. And the weirdest part of it all is that the Squall line doesn't even have a unique mechanic that could be used as the excuse to their delayed arrival, unlike the other 3 lines I already mentioned. Instead, they're just balanced autocannons. So as much as I am excited to ground out another World War II Tech Tree, it's both upsetting and disappointing because it doesn't reach Tier 10, and it potentially means we weren't actually getting the Czechoslovakian light tanks. But nonetheless, we shall see soon whether that's the case or not. Meanwhile, there will be a new line to grind this Tuesday, November 4th, if you're interested. With that, I'll see you in the next one. Take care.